Every year, my class publishes a book of poems. This year, I wanted to do the same thing, except I wanted this to be part of my project for EESL 640. So I was trying to think of ways that I could incorporate the things I've been learning into this book. And what I decided to do was to have my Hispanic students, I have 3 of them, I decided to have them write their poems in Spanish. I felt like this would bring a level of culture that I haven't experienced before to our I Am book, and it would also help them to show what they know. It was so neat to watch them write their poems in English for me to see and to be able to understand what they are writing, and then to translate that poem into Spanish. One of them had to take it home for their parents to help them because they were unable to do it on their own. 2 of them were able to do it on their own, but it was just so neat to watch them and the knowledge they have to be able to do that. So this is our I Am book. We decided what our cover would be, and we decided that we wanted to put things about ourselves. When you open it up, it is literally a published book. It's the same cover, our dedicated 2 page. There's the information for the Student Treasures Publishing Company. I also have a handout for it at the end of the Prezi presentation. What we did is we took our time. We started studying poetry. It took about 3 weeks to study it. We would just explore through poetry books. We would take our time just looking through different types of poem, writing poems, doing acrostic poems with our name, things to get us familiar with poetry. We'd do rhyming poems. We would do different types of free verse poems. Then, at the end, I told them that our big project would be that we would publish a book of our poems. So what we did, after we had done all that, I got in touch with the publishing company. They send you a free kit. When they send you the kit, obviously I had my students write this on another piece of paper, a graphic organizer, with sentence stems before we began publishing. Once you start publishing, your students will write in pen on their page. And that is probably the most stressful part, is because they're not really sure about how to write in pen and how to do it properly. So you can use whiteout, which is a good thing. We took time publishing our book, and before we did that, with the graphic organizer they did, I had them make sure they edited and revised, went through every step of publishing, just like they were really authors that were publishing their book for a company. It was really neat to watch them, and they absolutely loved it. It really connected them to what they were doing. So after they write it, they have to draw a picture of themselves in marker, and this is Brian Aguirre, and he is so cute. But he wrote his poem in Spanish on his own, and it was the neatest process to watch him do that. So what they had to do was, like this illustration is on the back of Brian's writing. So it took time. We had to do our writing. It took about 2 days. And after we did our writing, we had to switch papers and do our illustrations on the back of someone else's. It's a process. It really takes organization. But in the end, it is absolutely worth it to see their faces when we get the book that's actually published. Their parents buy it. I had 13 parents out of 22 buy the book, and they actually have an opportunity to buy it again once it comes in. So I may have had more buy, but I'm unsure of that. So this is our I Am book. I'm going to go through it quickly. At the end of the book, I always write a poem to them. So I write things to them that I want them to know and draw a picture of myself. And it's just a way for me to be able to write something to them, and they can see me using the writing process as well. And the way I write, it kind of gives them an example. And it almost makes this into like a small yearbook that they can keep. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you would like to do this, it's really easy. go to studenttreasures.com and they will take care of it.